If you don't realize that the time is now, then you have a problem. The time is now.
Our school system does not nurture us to become entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurship is not a straight line journey.
What kind of stakeholders should I be looking at to surround myself with so I can say that I have a good ecosystem? Sérgio, hi.
Hello, Ivy.
How are you?
Very good. Very excited to be here in Nairobi.
Very good to meet you. I just see your picture and your videos. The last thing I watched, you were talking about agriculture in Africa and how we need to make a change. So it's very nice to get this real opportunity to sit with you in person. And hi.
Hi Ivy.
Good. We'll start with ladies first. I want you to introduce yourself and, of course, give me your entrepreneur story. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ivy. My name is Muhia. I'm a small business owner. I run a company called Leanity Dynamics Africa. We sell software solutions to small and medium-sized businesses who are in distributive trades. And my entrepreneurship journey has been quite interesting. Our school system does not nurture us to become entrepreneurs. So that was quite a challenge for me. It's been a journey I'm still on and learning as I go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good. Sérgio, how about you? I don't know if you'd share an entrepreneur story. I always say, even in employment, you are an entrepreneur. Otherwise, you wouldn't really survive. But I'd love for you to introduce yourself, what it is that you do, and sort of break down for me exactly what the IFC does.
Sure, Ivy. Let me try and explain a little bit what we do. So my name is Sérgio Pimenta. I'm the Vice President for Africa for the IFC. And IFC is the sector arm, within the World Bank Group, is the institution that focuses on private sector development. So we're the private sector arm of the World Bank Group. So in terms of introducing myself, I mean, I've been in this group for 27 years. So I've been doing a number of different positions in IFC, and I've been covering Africa for the last 6 years. And it's been the most exciting years of all my career, I have to say. So what does IFC do? We provide, I mean, we are a development institution and we want to support private sector development. So for that, we provide financing. I mean, IFC is International Finance Corporation, so the F is there for that. But we also provide also advice, right? So we can help companies that need support, not just through money, but also through advice in terms of the main challenges that they have, whether it's corporate governance, whether it's environmental standards, whether it's basic market studies and so on. We can do a lot to support companies in that space. We are also on a journey. We are an institution that has been evolving over time, and we are focusing more and more on helping smaller companies and see how we can help them, including directly. So we have started a number of programs that allows us to help directly medium-sized and smaller-sized companies. And I think it's this combination of working from the micro company to the large company and providing the support across all the value chain, across all the range of companies that exist, that I think is going to make an impact in Africa and around the world.
Awesome. And you obviously have a wealth of experience in leadership and also in the sessions that you attend with different entrepreneurs or different businesses. What have you seen? What trends have you seen that you could probably advise maybe Anne and I to hold on to tap into right now? Because people are saying that the time for Africa is now. I don't know what you think of that. I don't know what you think of the different entrepreneurs you've met while you've been here. Sort of just tell us what it is that we should be looking out for based on your experience.
Look, anyone that walks around Africa, and then I have to say, I'm in Nairobi, particularly in Kenya, and talks with young people, in particular young women. If you don't realize that the time is now, then you have a problem. The time is now. Okay, you are the youth of the world, and you are the ones who are really bringing the energy, the ideas, the innovation that is needed. But it was very interesting when you were introducing yourself, Anne, because you were saying about the challenges that you have, right? Yeah. So it's a lot about, how can institutions like ours, how can other institutions help you acquire that sort of the leadership skills that you need, because an entrepreneur is a leader, right? Sometimes you just lead yourself when you start because you're only one person, but very quickly you start leading a small team, and then a medium-sized team, and then a big team, right? And there are a lot of challenges, and we all know that there's also entrepreneurship is not a straight line journey. There are backstops. There's moments where there's failures. There's moments where you start something and it doesn't work. And what is very important is to have the environment where you can grow, you can succeed, and you can fail. But when you fail, you can restart again. There's no, there's not this. Once you've done something and the idea wasn't the right one for that moment, then you cannot start again. You have to be able to start again. But you have to look at the youth in Africa. You have to look at the number of people arriving to the market. I think just in Kenya, it's about 800,000 people every year, young people arriving into the market. And they need jobs, they need activities, they need to have the opportunity to contribute to the economic development. And for that, we need to have we need to help build that environment and give them the tools so that they start, right?
So I think also what I can catch from what you've mentioned is that we entrepreneurs need to position ourselves to build a robust, dynamic ecosystem around us. What kind of stakeholders should we be looking at? When you say we need an environment where we can learn, unlearn, relearn, fail, come back, what kind of stakeholders should I be looking at to surround myself with so I can say that I have a good ecosystem?
So I think that's key. Ecosystem is key. And when you look at Africa, the countries where you have a development, in particular on the new technologies, disruptive technologies, it mostly only happens where you have an ecosystem. And the ecosystem is very often sort of self-generated, right? Kenya is one of the countries in the continent where you have that ecosystem that is building. So the first people you need to look at is actually other entrepreneurs, right? How you build on each other's experience, right? Then you need to think about, of course, access to finance, because at the end, money is always an important part of the equation. Right?
Yep.
So you have to have an ecosystem of incubators, of funds that provide funding for startups, and then funds that provide funding for growth companies. So that is important. On the IFC side, we realized that. So we launched last year 225 million facility for Africa and the Middle East. It's about 125 million for Africa, where we are helping startups directly through this fund, right? And we are putting small tickets, 1 million, 2 million, to help companies reach that stage where they can really start developing.
Wow, what a fantastic session with the one, the only, Sérgio Pimenta of the IFC at the World Bank. So exciting. So this is for entrepreneurs watching this. The IFC is here for you. They're ready, they're willing. Ask questions, go to their website, see the initiatives that they have. Challenge this guy to help you in Africa, okay? Don't just sit there with your problems. The IFC is here for you. Till next time.